Motor vehicle safety. Motor vehicle safety. Reduce vehicle accidents in teen drivers. The study that took place in Massachusetts was created to determine the impact and sustainability of the graduated driver licensing program, which was aimed in preventing total motor vehicle crashes as well as fatal motor vehicle crashes. The study also focused on not only the impact it had on different age groups, starting from 16 to 17 years of age, then the second group, which was 18 to 20 years of age, and finally the third group, which was 25 to 29 years of age. The point of following these ages was to see if there was evidence that the program was successful and to determine if there were positive effects of the program in lowering the rate of total motor vehicle accidents, crashes, and fatal motor vehicle crashes, or TMVCs and FMVCs. The drivers had to have been from socioeconomic backgrounds that would allow them to own a car or at least use a car regularly, and from homes that have a responsible and involved parental figure, as the laws that were passed to ensure safety were laws that held the parents accountable by mandating them to 2-hour driving classes for the parental figures. It enforced strict curfews and the number of passengers the drivers were allowed to have in their vehicles, as well as banned mobile devices while driving, and increased supervised driving with an adult to ensure some guidance during the learning period. The laws put into account the safety of all people on the roads and streets. This aimed at addressing safety for not only the teen drivers, but the potential passengers and pedestrians as well as other drivers on the road. Important key players. Politicians played a vital role in the passing of the laws in the states that these laws were implemented in, as they saw a need for stricter laws and higher penalties for unsafe driving. The program was a push from politicians as a response to the growing numbers in TMVCs and FMVCs and the community's cry for help with this growing hazard. In the planning of this program, the Massachusetts and Missouri statistical databases for the growing numbers were used in the development of the program to figure out the changes that would propose and make into laws. Not only did the politicians help in putting the laws into place, but the community where these teens reside also saw a need in the development of something that would resolve the issue of teen driving accidents. Because the laws were brought to the states to help with the growing epidemic of teen driver accidents, it was the community taxpayers who flipped the bill for the enforcement of these laws. The people's taxes would pay for the law enforcement hours put in to ensure that these laws were upheld. And taxpayers, it would seem, would not want to see their monies wasted. And in funding these laws and seeing success, as the statistics show, the numbers of TMVCs and FMVCs decreased significantly after GDL program was passed into law in Massachusetts in 2007. It would be well worth the funding. Marketing the need for funding for something as important as the lives of the people in the community would be a worthy cause in spending extra or increased taxes, as many would not dream of placing a price tag on a loved one's life. Money that is spent on the community itself is also a fine way to ensure contributions, as well as votes for funding and increases in taxes. It would be, however, for those people in the community to oppose the laws as a waste of funding if they do not have children or teen drivers. Those without children would not see the need in contributing, instead of looking at the bigger picture, which is to ensure everyone's safety. The program and laws were greatly needed in communities that have teen drivers, as well as for working class to upper class incomes, family households who can afford multiple cars for their teens to drive. It would also be the families where the parents are available to take on the responsibility of supervising their teen drivers to spend the hours needed to help them practice. And because of the time needed for the mandatory parental safety classes in showing how to teach teens to drive, the program was deemed successful by the authors and study developers, as there was decrease in the percentages of TMVC's rates and as well as FMVC rates. There was also a decrease in all groups that participated, which means that as the years passed, the laws that were in effect, the laws experienced as the young teens from 16 to 17 years of age, later carried into responsible drivers in the later years of 25 to 29 years of age, which is an excellent goal met for the target of decreasing incidences as well as keeping the behaviors the laws ensure sustainable. This study provides further support to develop, implement, enforce, and maintain GDL programs aimed at preventing MVCs and their related mortality in young novice driver populations. Thank you.